so in today's video I'm gonna be teaching you guys how I launch my products. This is something that I struggled with a lot when I first started my business, because in all the videos I watched, no one ever showed like the process of actually like going from getting an idea, drawing it out, you know, planning it, the research you do to get your ideas, etc, etc. I was so like so since I've kind of mastered it a bit, I've decided that I'm just gonna do this video here so that everyone can kind of use it as a guide to like how you actually go to launching your products. This can be for launching like your whole business as a whole, or like little launches within your business. So in this video I'm going to be showing how I actually research, draw, make and make my products. And then in another video, a part 2 maybe, I'm going to be showing how I actually market them, so how I take pictures, how I post, my schedule and all of that. Yeah, and that's going to be in a later video, probably not for this launch, because by the time I'm filming this is not Halloween anymore. Like Halloween is long gone, like this intro, sorry. So yeah, there's no way I'm gonna be posting those, which is why I need to tell you guys, when you, because I don't say this in the video, when you want to launch a product, you want to get this whole process started as early as possible, because you never know what's going to go wrong. You never know if you're going to like the products you make or not, so you just want to have as much time as possible to kind of fix any mistakes and to market and to take pictures and to do things the way you want. And so I highly recommend you get this process started as early as possible. I'd say like about 2 months before you actually want to start launching, before the launch, like you want to start drawing out, like doing part 1, so you know, researching, drawing, making prototypes. You want to do that like at least a month latest, or 2 months before the launch. Yeah, don't do what I did, because I just moved in and then I was like doing a lot of different things for uni, so I didn't have time to like do this. I didn't have time to like do the whole process. But you need to do that. If you want to have a successful launch, you need to plan it out a long time before. Also, lastly, before we get into it, this isn't a tutorial. There is a segment towards the end where I'm making my products, but I'm not actually going to be like giving tips or anything on how to make them. If you want that, I can do that on a later date, just not this in this video, because this video will be way too long if I did a tutorial. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Let me show you how I plan my launches. Of course, you can apply these tips however you want. You don't have to do it the way I do it, but this is just how I do it to help you, because no one else is giving tutorials on this. Yeah. Honestly, there isn't one single way that I find ideas. I find ideas in all sorts of places, but on Pinterest specifically, I find them through just my feed, I guess. For example, these clothes that I'm seeing, of course I don't actually make clothes, but I just look at the buttons, the colors that are used in the clothes, the patterns, the textures. They all inspire me to make certain charms, phone cases. Then if I'm searching for a specific launch, I then just refine my searches. So in this case, for Halloween, I'll search up Halloween things on Instagram or on Pinterest, and I'll just write down the motifs, so things that I'm seeing. So right now I'm seeing a lot of bats, a lot of ghosts, a lot of different things, and so I just write that down and just take note of that. You never want to put down a specific picture, because if you do, you're going to copy it, and that's bad. You don't want to copy anything you see, not verbatim. So yeah, always make sure that you're just taking notes. You don't add any pictures, because yeah, you don't want to copy anything you're seeing right now. So this is me just doing that. You want to get as much as possible down, because you're not gonna, when you're actually making your ideas, you don't want to be looking at pictures while you're doing that, because your brain is just gonna write down what you're seeing and you're not gonna copy it. And you don't want to do that, as I've said before. So yeah, make sure to write down like everything, because again, like you're not going to be looking at pictures later. So make sure you just get the idea of what you want to create. Okay, so here's me creating my actual ideas. The way I do this is I usually just create a new page and I don't look at anything that I wrote before. I try to memorize as much as possible, but I especially don't look at pictures because then again we'll copy them. So yeah, I just do that and I just write down what I think I can create from the motifs that I wrote down previously. So I saw a lot of pastels, but my aesthetic is pastels in general. So I'm just writing down pastels and then the colors that I think would look good. And then I wrote ghosts because I had an idea from seeing all the ghosts that I could do ghosts doing cute little things. So ghosts on a broom, ghosts wearing a pumpkin hat, ghosts with a trick-or-treat basket, and I'm just writing all of that down. Yeah, and I just do that for every single one of the products I sell. So my charms, my shaker charms, my phone charms. Yeah, that's how I do it basically. I like for all of my products to correlate in some way, so to have maybe a common motif or something, just so that it just kind of looks a bit more polished, like a proper launch. After that, I go on to drawing out my ideas in Procreate. This is the fun bit because this is where you see your products actually start to come to life a bit. So here I just drew my hearts for the heart shakers, and I'm just drawing on any ideas and I'm just illustrating my design. So for this one I had an idea for like a pumpkin heart, well, a orange heart shape thingy, and then it would have like wire coming down from it to look like the lines of a pumpkin, or like I don't know what those bits are called, but you know what I'm talking about. And then the pumpkin face, of course, and the gold keychain with a little leaf coming from it. I thought that was the cutest little thing. So yeah, I just draw that into Procreate and then I go on to annotating it, so just writing down what is here so that I remember later, because there are times where I come back and I look at my drawings and I'm like, what the hell is going on right now? So yeah, always annotate, write down what materials you're planning on using, etc, etc. Now it's time for what I want to say is the most important part of this whole process, and that is the color maps. Color maps are basically where you look at your design and you look through the colors you have and you just write down what colors you're going to be using. This is so important, guys, because when it comes time to like make orders with people, because of course you're going to be taking pictures of the products when you're done, when it's time to actually make products for people, the worst thing that could possibly happen is you not knowing what colors you use to make it, and therefore you not knowing how to remake the same colors. This happens to me so many times because for my earlier products I just didn't do this, so I really struggle to get the correct color, especially for my phone cases. I really struggle to get the correct color, and it's so annoying because like I could have just written down the colors I used. So yeah, make sure to do this. This is so important, guys. Please write down the colors you're using. Also, here are the other products that I made. They're so adorable. I love them all so much. I didn't end up making molds for all of them, but I could just do that next year. Yeah, I just love these ideas so much. They're so cute, and I'm gonna go back and make color maps for all of them as well. So because this isn't a tutorial, I'm not going to go too much into detail about how I actually make my products, but if you want a tutorial, let me know. But yeah, after I design my products, I go and I make my molds in Fusion 360, then I print them out on my 3D printer, which is at home, and then afterwards I make the first prototypes. Sometimes my first prototypes come out perfectly, exactly how I want them to look. Sometimes they don't, and then I have to rework them and make them again. But yeah, I'm just gonna let you guys listen to some music and watch me make my products. Throughout this bit, I'm gonna put down little text notes to let you know what I'm doing, or to give you some tips and tricks if I feel like they're necessary. Okay, so that's it. That's the end of part one. I love all of these charms except maybe the RIP one. I think I'm going to go back and make that a bit redder toned and a bit lighter as well. After this though is what's going to be in part two, which is usually taking pictures, buying beads, making the actual charms how I want them to look. But yeah, I'm going to put that all in a part two. It'll probably be for a different launch though, so maybe Christmas launch. But yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you have any questions that I didn't answer in the video, please let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bye.